podcast dedicated to the lore, legends, and myths surrounding the creatures that may lurk in your backyard. My name's Hewitt.
I'm Chris.
Hey man, how you doing?
I'm tired.
I
mean, this week's been a week. We had a death in the family, and Ruby got bit by a cane corso.
That's a big old doggo.
That's a big dog. I mean, to be clear, fortunately we knew the dog, and we know that it's like a young dog and still not fully trained. And what happened was, it still has a little bit of food aggression. So she was saying goodbye.
Wrong time to touch pupper.
Yeah. She was saying goodbye, and then she said goodbye, then went to go pet the dog to say goodbye. Didn't realize he was chewing on something, and he didn't.
Bitch, you can't have my food.
Yeah, he did a few quick chomps, but that was enough for some stitches.
I mean, it's I love big dogs. Corsos.
Cane corsos are very, you have to be very careful with.
I mean, it's Moose and Claire had Winston that was one, and Moose grew up with corsos.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's always. I mean, also the fact that Moose is 1.5 humans big. Means that the dog that's 150 pounds when it's fully grown is not that big of a dog to him. But I'm glad she's okay though.
Yeah, she's okay. And like I said, we didn't press charges or anything.
I'm suing the dog.
Well, the thing is, if we would have done anything, it would have initiated euthanizing the dog.
Yeah, because it would. Yeah, and that's that. The number of times that an animal bites you that is either a mistake or, I hate to say it this way, your fault.
Yeah.
That results in the euthanasia.
Yeah. And we're not sitting there obviously the guy that he felt super bad and did not, and was very apologetic about it. But at the same time, Ruby was well, I know I should have known he was young and still has that food aggression.
How's she doing now with 3 fingers though?
She's doing fine. She can play Peek. By the way, we tried to get you to play Peek last night.
I jumped on and played for a minute, and then Freya woke up with my mom and was very upsetty spaghetti because she went to sleep on the couch and woke up in her bed with somebody else that was not who she was sleeping by. So she woke up very upsetty spaghetti. So I had her till about 10:30 in my lap until she stopped sniffle crying in her sleep.
Yeah, we had Moose, Frecky, my roommate, and
man, that would have been fun.
Ruby, because I got I hosted the game, and only mod I did was the unlimited player, which sets the max player to 20, so we can get as many people as we want.
Also, there is an item in Peak we need to get a hold of just to freak out Moose or Claire.
What's that?
That is the bugle with the green rope, the Scoutmaster's horn.
Oh,
it summons Slender Man.
Oh God!
Oh no, and he follows whoever is in the lead. The other way the Scoutmaster shows up is once you get to a certain I think maybe in the tropics, if you get so many feet above everybody else, he shows up like the freaking Yeti from Ski Free when we were kids.
Lordy!
Yeah, it looks so great.
But speaking of vaguely mysterious entities and coats, would you like to hear about one?
Is this where we cue in the segue music like the last episode?
Segue! I just found that, and I was like, yeah, we'll do that. We'll do the segue music. Okay. Have you heard... Stop me if you've heard this one before. I know this is an obscure one. The Men in Black.
Oh, we added them to the list not that long ago.
Yeah, I wonder why we did that.
Because you secretly are in love with everything Will Smith does.
I do like Will Smith movies. My favorite one is Wild Wild West, though.
That movie is so bad, but I still love it. It's so bad.
I forget, I watched it, not recently, but, within the past 10 years, and I forgot Ted Levine was in the movie.
Is he Dr. Lovelace?
No, not Dr. Lovelace. He's the the crazy, like...
the
guy that James West is following first.
Bloodbath McGrath, the guy that had the earwax thing that was so gross yet awesome.
Yeah.
That was him?
Yeah. I don't know how they got Ted Levine. I mean, I guess Ted Levine was like... He goes from, like, Silence of the Lambs to fucking Wild Wild West. I don't know.
Now I can't unhear it because, like, it puts the lotion on its skin versus West. Like, just the gurgle in the... Man, we're going to have to rewatch that movie.
We should just have a Will Smith marathon.
No, because there's some stinkers. There's some real stinkers in there. Like,
there's a lot of stinkers.
Like, I Am Legend.
You know, people have been saying, okay, before we get into this, I want to say this. People have been getting annoyed because they say Pedro Pascal is in everything. I'm like, y'all don't know what everything means until unless you were around during the Will Smith era.
Like, there's Bad Boys.
Yeah, there's Bad Boys.
And Bad Boys 2.
And Bad Boys 2. There's
and Bad Boys 3.
But no, I mean, like, obviously Fresh Prince. He had his music career. He had, like, a spat of movies come out within, like, 1995 to 2010. He was
everywhere. And then he married Jada Pinkett
Smith, who was in Matrix.
I'm just saying, like, he married her, like, in the late 90s, or was that the early 00s? And, like, that was a power couple for a hot...
Yeah.
There's one line I will always associate with Jada Pinkett Smith. Moto likes you. And then it just starts playing, I like 'em big. I like 'em chunky.
So the Men in Black are a strange figure who show up in certain supernatural events, particularly UFO and alien encounters. They're noted to run in pairs, dress in black suits with fedoras or Homburg hats.
Oh, man. Homburgs?
Yeah.
Better than a trilby.
I mean, a Homburg makes sense because if you consider, like, 1930s.
Yeah, I know, but, like, the fedora is still just peak.
I mean, that's the thing. It's like Homburg, trilby, fedora. They all kind of have, like, similar looks.
Trilbies are the ones that are pretending to be. They are the Temu version of a fedora.
Well, the thing is, trilbies used to be really, like they used to be pretty popular. It's just that now we associate them with
hipsters.
Well, not hipsters, like edgy atheists and, like, manosphere types from, like, the 2009s, 2010s.
Hipsters.
It's like Le Tip, Milady type people. I wouldn't call those hipsters necessarily.
No, they were. It's just that there are good hipsters and there's bad hipsters.
I don't know about that. While they're often associated with the U.S. government, aka things like the G-Man, they have been theorized to be a part of, like, unknown organizations or aliens or something else entirely. Tales of the Men in Black involve them showing up to interrogate or intimidate witness of strange events, and many people encounter them. Stating the MIB events are nearly as strange or unsettling as the events they're asking about.
Where were you on Thursday night around 3 p.m.?
I was jacking up. No.
Gross. You're clear.
We're out.
Your hands are going to be hairy.
Yeah, so
bye.
I guess the modern iteration, when you think about Men in Black, is they come in, ask about something or intimidate someone into not speaking about something, which doesn't seem to work because there's a lot of people that are just immediately start talking about it.
Did anyone else have this pseudo government boy come up and try to talk to them?
Hey, did someone have this guy that was speaking to you telepathically and was Salo and he had red eyes and he just told you telepathically not to talk about UFOs anymore? Did anyone else have that and just typing it on the internet?
No, but the problem is talking about random, hard to distinguish government figures popping up is like causing the hair on the back of my neck to jump up.
One of the earliest encounters of the Men in Black starts with, and I'm just going to say it right now, it's pretty plainly a hoax.
Yeah.
So, Have you heard of the Murray Island incident?
Nope.
So in 1947, Murray Island, Washington, two men named Harold Dahl and Fred Chrisman, I almost said chairman, stated that they saw a flying saucer object in the sky while on harbor patrol. So they were part of the military, just patrolling the harbor. The object was reportedly hovering over the water and jettisoned metallic, what they said, white slag material.
They dumped the aliens dumped their space toilet into the
lake.
lake.
Yeah. It was metallic slag. It's just aliens have like super dense shit.
Look, man, you do not know what them aliens are made out of.
Or maybe they just have like, maybe they're just like environmentally friendly. So they like add something to their waste to where it just firms up. It's like, we got to put something for the coral.
Well, I mean, it's not lead. I mean, it's more like iron when it hits. So... And that'll decompose.
But it was set to land on the boat, injuring a dock worker and killing a dog on the boat. Both men said they were visited by mysterious G-men.
Hold on. The aliens dumped their space poo and killed people.
Like, well, they didn't kill people. They killed a dog, but apparently it hit the boat and people were injured on the boat.
That's some solid shit.
Yeah, it is some fucking hard shit right there. It's got like low cleavage. You know what I mean? When you run the rock.
Most of us. Did you look where you were dumping before you released the valve? Yeah, Dad, I did. I am seeing injured lower life forms and probably a dead canine. You are grounded for the next bleak narcs.
But yeah. After that, the U.S. government got involved and concluded it was a hoax. Several problems with the story, including Dahl's constant story changing. He said there were like 6 UFOs originally, and then said 1, and then, that name. The recovered metal, they said it was terrestrial, so it was from here, and likely from a smelting yard, which was not that far away, literally on Murray Island. And also, strangely, being very close to the first recorded UFO sighting by Kenneth Arnold, who actually helped investigate the case. So, like, a few days before their events, Kenneth Arnold said he was flying in a plane and said he saw a weird saucer-shaped object in the sky. That was pretty much the extent of what he said. He was just like, I saw this weird thing. And that's kind of what he landed on. And then what they believe is like these people Dahl and Chrisman heard it, and then they were like, "Oh yeah, you saw that? Well, we saw 6 of them, and they were shitting on our boat and killed a dog."
Weird flex, bro. Weird flex.
Weird, strange. That's weird. But this is the first time they mentioned like G-Man. Although this is more of a, I think it's more. There's no supernatural.
Was the cough contagious there? Like I coughed.
Yeah. Well, I'm still trying to like get my CPAP set up. I keep talking. Do I need to do like CPAP talk music now?
Just a gurgle noise and a wheeze.
Just No. So this is one of those things, and one of the things that like we talked about like. Issues with trying to do any sort of thing this week with me. I wish I got more information because this is really an interesting story and it might be something I elaborate on in the future. In fact, there's a lot of like Men in Black stuff that I want to elaborate on in the future because there's like little tales here and there. But at the end of it, they pretty much concluded as hoax. And it's even considered a hoax in ufology circles and paranormal circles. It's like, yeah, this is clearly a hoax. So that's when you know you lost people. When the
UFO guys that really want every UFO to be real.
When everybody is just like, nah, this ain't it, bro. This ain't it. But you try.
Yes, Brody, you messed up.
I do like the fact that it's just like one of those things where it's like, oh yeah, you had an UFO experience? Well, mine's better. And I got shit on. They killed my dog.
And my dog died.
It's like, is that good, though? Is that good your dog died? So the next event, in 1953, involved a man named Albert Bender, a World War II veteran and ufologist who founded the International Flying Saucer Bureau. Bender had a lifelong interest in the supernatural and decided to start the IFSB after a string of flying saucer encounters that were being reported in magazines and the news and everything. Interesting fact, he worked as a dental technician in the military. So he made teeth in the military. Or probably more accurately dentures, I would think.
He took the teeth from defeated Nazis and made teeth for our soldiers.
No,
probably not.
They did not George Washington the Nazis.
Kind of wish they had.
I mean, okay, if anyone would deserve treatment like that, it would be the Nazis, but... however, not long after founding the IFSB, 3 men in black would show up at his door. He stated that they looked like clergymen, that they wore Homburg-style hats. They intimidated him telepathically, and after the encounter, Bender didn't eat for 3 days and suffered from headaches and pains and sickness. And there's actually stuff that was happening before that. He said he had strange phone calls. He saw people. He saw, like, the same people that came and visited him.
Other places around town. And
yeah,
stuff.
Like he said, he saw them in, like, the theater and everything. But after that...
Man, you know what? Not eating for a couple days and having a headache sounds like dealing with the state government. Yeah.
Yeah. This event visibly shook him, and people took notice. Like his
demeanor changed.
Yeah, his whole demeanor changed. He was very, like, bright and just kind of a positive dude, and people around him said he quickly became more anxious and shaky and paranoid.
Dude, if 3 people telepathically mess with you and you're ill with migraines and can't eat for 3 days, I feel like that might reset some personality quirks.
Yeah. But after, like, not long after that, he shut down the IFSB. Despite being successful, it had over 600 members worldwide. And he decided not to publicly talk about the event except with close associates until about 1963 with his book, Flying Saucers and the Three Men. Though the account itself was published before then by a close friend and associate, which we'll get into later. But yeah, like the previous story, or any of the 3 stories I'm going over, you kind of have to take with a grain of salt because, you know, you kind of have to do that with, like, UFO and conspiracies and the supernatural in general. You kind of have to, like, have an air of skepticism. At least I do. I'm not the type of person that's going to, like, jump into something and...
when it comes to UFOs, I'm very much more of a skeptic because, not going to lie, especially now with the number of drones that are residential people playing with drones.
Well, even back in the day, there was a lot of moments where people were
flying model airplanes or messing around with home aviation.
Yeah, or just aviation was ticking up generally from, like, the 1930s to the 1960s. And
it also, like, the number of, was it during the late 80s, we had a number of UFO reports, and then it turned out to be Blackbirds.
Yeah.
The Blackbird bomber that do you know those things are almost as old as both of us, and they are still flying? Like, there's 3 that have not touched down since February because of the heightened situation that we're in around the world right now. There are 3 Blackbird, at least that's what they've said. There's probably more. 3 Blackbirds that have not touched ground. They're just refueled in the air, and they land. Well, they've had to touch ground because they've had to switch out crew. You couldn't have the same people up there the whole time.
I think don't the Blackbirds, like the stealth ones, they have, like, a fuel
for fueling, but no, you're not going to drop crew off like that. So they've had to touch that. Damn you, government! Damn you for lying, government!
The government lying? They would never do that. They would never lie to us historically, currently, or ever,
daily.
They wouldn't, like, constantly lie to us since World War II ended. And started the Red Scare and the McCarthyism and the Cold War.
That's the second Red Scare. It goes back longer, man.
God damn it. I don't care about your history, Hewitt. I'm stupid.
You're not. Now tell me more about alien history.
Okay, yeah.
Before we get on a soapbox that we get kidnapped off of.
So, Gray Barker.
Gray Barker?
Gray Barker.
Name's the baby
which
Gray.
was one of the ISFP's people and an associate of Bender. Wrote a book called They Knew Too Much About Flying Saucers. The book was a collection of stories compiled by Barker that launched the idea of Men in Black into the mainstream. So before all of this, there were like kind of stories of Men in Black here and there, and they were kind of scattershot in the sense that it was like, is it G-Men or is it,
aliens
or whatever,
demons, accountants?
But this actually,
lawyers.
It's lawyers. It's
Damn
always lawyers. It's like they're communicating telepathically. These sallow men in Homburg hats. They're just sitting there like, we're gonna sue you if you use our copyright.
Do you have a moment to talk to me about your car's extended warranty?
God damn it. So it was also it also is what characterized the MIB as strange, off-colored men wearing black suits and fedoras, Homburg hats, whichever one you want, showing up after UFO sightings and other strange occurrences to interrogate and intimidate witnesses. Barker paints a picture of something more than just G-Men, but an entity that is part of something deeper and darker, perhaps not even connected to the U.S. government. Yeah, so... Again, this is one of those things I wanted to do like an introduction, but every time I looked into something, it's like, fuck, I'm going to make this episode like 2 to 3 hours long if I just keep going down.
See, the thing is this plus like your episode about the Mothman and all the ones you did about Lafitte, you're just grabbing the multi-part series.
Now, here's the thing. Before this, I mean, it was mostly connected to flying saucers, but once we get into the 60s and 70s, that's when they started coming in. As we mentioned before, the Men in Black were apparently seen with the Mothman. And some people like to connect the Men in Black with Indrid Cold. Indrid Cold is a man. I mean, he's a smiling man, as they say, but he's also a man that is well dressed and is very strange and doesn't seem of this world.
All around a snazzy dresser, but a weird dude.
Yeah. Snazzy dresser, weird dude. I don't think he has a hat. I think he actually kind of has like slick back hair.
For some reason, I thought he was bald or balding.
I think there's like different iterations. I mean, but here's the thing: it's like the Men in Black archetype stretches beyond this because you mentioned Slender Man. Slender Man is an MIB archetype. Like, I know people don't like, people say, oh, he's like an internet creation, but he follows the archetype of
he follows the reason that Slender Man has had such staying power for a creepypasta versus other ones. Like, the Russian Sleep Experiment is a meme at this point.
Yeah.
The Seed Eater
or Jeff the Killer.
Are memes. Smiling Dog, those are all, like, memeable. The reason Slender Man hit is because Slender Man hit all the right notes, and one of them is this MIB, this otherworldly.
Yeah,
it's the uncanny valley aspect of it looks like a person.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like Slender Man is his scariest when he is nearly completely human, not when he has like the tentacles. When he's like, when you see him in the forest and he has just 2 arms, 2 legs, a head, but you cannot quite make out the face, and the limbs are longer than they need to be. That's when Slender Man's the scariest. But yeah, what are the Men in Black? Now,
Will Smith,
Tommy Lee Jones. Thanos was young Tommy Lee Jones at one point. Even though
the thing is, like, I actually saw a bit of that movie recently. He does, like, I didn't want to see it because like that's not Tommy Lee Jones. He actually does a really good
Josh Brolin.
Yeah, he does a really good job of imitating.
You know what's funny about that movie?
What?
it's like Josh Brolin was probably about the same age that fucking Tommy Lee Jones was in the first movie, playing a younger version of Tommy Lee Jones from the first movie.
Well, I mean, it's right now they're talking about doing the hunt for Golem for Lord of the Rings. And look, Sudeikis wants to do it. I do not think it's got the blessing of the Tolkien estate. It might. But the problem is the Tolkien estate doesn't fully own all the movie rights anymore. And there's a chance they're going to talk to...
How does the Tolkien estate feel about the series?
They got paid, but I'm trying to think. Viggo Mortensen, they've tried to talk to him. He's older than Ian McKellen was now when Ian McKellen first played Gandalf.
He's older than Ian McKellen?
He's not older.
Not older.
He's older than he was then because Viggo Mortensen started acting in the early 80s. Like, his third or fourth role was in, like, the second or third Texas Chainsaw Massacre as Cannibal Cowboy.
I'm going to have to look that up. Okay, so, where are they really? Federal agents. It makes the most sense.
Legit, in the year of our Lord Megatron 2025 that we find ourselves in, government agents showing up out of nowhere in nondescript or vaguely unhuman settling visages, that tracks.
Yeah, and the thing is, it's like, regardless if there's anything spooky going on, you're going to be unsettled by, like, federal agents showing up.
Look, if federal agents show up, it's spooky time, man. Like, that's...
Yeah, and the thing is, they might not even, like, specifically, like, if you're talking about, like, especially, like, the 50s and 60s, they might not announce themselves as agents.
No, that's also because
they won't do it now either, apparently, but they didn't do it back then either, really.
Yeah, like, when was it the CIA, like, at first the CIA was not known to the American people as an agency.
Yeah, the 40s and 50s, like, okay.
Like, the late 40s and 50s when the CIA first got formed.
Yeah.
Like, here's my thing. It's like, when we start getting, like, past World War II, my knowledge of history starts to get really wobbly because I consider it modern events because we know people who were alive then.
Yeah.
So it doesn't feel like history to me. It still feels like...
Dog, we could make a whole fucking thing on the CIA in terms of, like, weird shit they've done.
LSD.
Are just...
Crack.
I was going to talk about the times...
Project Ultra.
Yeah. Just keep going down the list. Just... Yeah. I was going to talk about
the number of governments they've overthrown around the world and why certain parts of Africa and South America still fucking hate us today.
Why some places aren't developed as they should be because of the CIA and the American government. Yeah. No, I was going to talk about, like, the fact that they, like, mimicked cryptids in certain areas of, I think, Indonesia or, like, Southeast Asia to scare people. Like, they literally just, made costumes and shit and just tried to, like, scare the shit out of, like, village people with, like, local tales.
Yeah. Yeah, they did that. And that's on the harmless level of what they did. Well, I shouldn't say harmless. It's just, it's on, like, when you start comparing it to other shit the CIA has done.
Well, it's on the level of things when you think about the CIA, you think about, like, the, like, regime changes and just, like, the government surveillance and all that shit. That's the bad shit. Then you get into just, like, the really fucked but also really weird shit they did. And it's like, okay. Sure, we did that, I guess.
Why? And so it was like, if we didn't spend it, we would have lost it from our budget for next year. So we sent Kevin and Benny, and they dressed up as Crusoes. And
some guys walking around, just, like, drag makeup on the face, but then they have, like, black bodysuits and just, like, gore hanging from their neck.
So you're not making this sound any less realistic.
And it sounds like something they would do. It sounds like they would go to, like, Greg Nicotero or, like, Tom Savini to get, like...
Where do you think they got their training?
Shit. Okay, so extra-dimensional or extraterrestrial beings.
Now, I've heard a lot more on this one, and it also connects to another group, the Men in Gray.
I've heard of them. I don't know too much about them.
More time travel-y stuff, and I'm like, if you want to look that up, be my guest. I am not a time travel fan. Like, time travel stuff starts rubbing me the wrong way because it's like, this is bullshit. Somebody would have killed Hitler.
Yeah, people are like, oh yeah, would you strangle baby Hitler? It's like, with this context, I would feel really weird.
No, I wouldn't strangle baby Hitler. I'd show up the day he got rejected from art school.
And just be like, hey, your day's about to get worse. So hoaxes, some of this, obviously, in the skeptical community. And it makes sense because Murray Island was a hoax. There was a lot of issues with they knew too much about flying saucers. There's a lot of embellishment there. Even Bender's story in the book was embellished.
Yeah.
And it's different from what was told later by Bender. So, I mean, hoax might be part of it.
There's a good chance that, think about it. Let's be honest. If most of the people we know showed up in a black suit to just a random person's house, well, we'd have to shave. Like, first off, we could not show up.
Yeah, with like
I have a beard that's most of the way down my neck right now. Like, if we showed up clean shaven,
now what we had to like do the makeup to make sure we look sallow, and
you and I don't need makeup to look sallow if like we mow the
I've had
yard.
a skincare routine. I've been like working on my face.
You have?
Use a bitch.
Look, I found out because I shaved a little bit too low on my beard.
Right.
The reason I don't need to shave this off is I will have a very pale beard when I shave it all off because I have a suntan line where my beard is.
That's cool.
Yeah. I didn't know that until all of a sudden it's like, we got a little bit lower and it's like, oh.
Uh-oh.
I don't want to.
But yeah. So there's that. Regardless, the Men in Black have become an endearing fixture in our popular culture. Going everywhere from, let's say, X-Files to the Men in Black films. Of course, we've mentioned the Men in Black films.
But also, like, a perfect example of a Men in Black type character in X-Files is the Smoking Man.
Yeah, the Smoking Man. I mean, you could also go into, like, Hellboy. Hellboy has the same elements.
Hellboy's the entire organization is Men in Black.
There's also stuff like Fringe, the SCP Foundation. We already mentioned Slender Man. It's definitely an archetype that has permeated.
I mean, also on TikTok from like Indonesia, there is a cryptid that's basically a man in black because it looks like a businessman, but his face is like extremely white and pale. Don to Don makes a reference with the family of subterraneans, like the way that the faces are all kind of comical and they're still humanesque, but they're more comical. There's something over the top about them, but then they're in a suit kind of thing. Those kind of things, very much so. Like I think, you know what? I'm going to say this goes back to the 1920s when they were saying, yeehaw, fuck the law. Don't trust a man in a suit.
Yeah, I think a lot of it comes down to just
that dude's
the G-Man. The G-Man isn't to be trusted. And I think where this...
moral of the story.
like, morals... Well, I'm just saying, like, in general, I think that why this is so, like, time-tested and so timeless in general is the fact that, like Americans from birth are like just skeptical of government generally. And some of that is,
well, have you seen ours?
Yeah. I mean, that's one, like I said, some of it is warranted. Some of it's not warranted, but like generally when we see G-Man show up, we're like, something bad's happening, or like, we get very uneasy about that. We think something bad's going to happen. And especially if you consider... like,
they're going to come and take the still. They're going to find out that we never gave back that one thing that Grandpa took during World War II that we were supposed to give back.
And then you get into, like, things like the history. Like, you get into, like, the second... Like you said, the second... Like, the McCarthyism and the second Red Scare. You get into Reaganism. which like Reagan's whole thing was like the scariest thing is to hear is
the scariest thing to hear is I'm from the government and I'm here to help.
Yeah, so fomenting that anti-government sentiment, even if it's like soft literally President of the United States, Reagan, like how are you gonna fucking say that? You're supposed to be a steward of the government.
Yeah, just throw that out the window right now, man. Like,
I know. we throw that out the window right now because our government is like imploding.
It's non-functional right now, and apparently it is nothing but internet brain rot currently, which concerns me drastically. Moving on.
My sources are Wikipedia, obviously, as a starting point. You know, from Murray Island, Bender, Gray Barker, skeptical host perspectives of I'm now riled up about our government, and
you have to have energy for when I record my episode here in a second, so you can actually pay attention, not fall asleep.
Murray Island Incident, Museum of Flight, UFO sightings that launched the Men in Black mythology, History.com, Men in Black and the Albert K. Bender story, Bridgeport Public Library, MIB, Made in Bridgeport, Men in Black, The Legacy, Connecticut Post. And that's it. Thank you for listening. We are Backwoods Obscura. We release every Tuesday. We're on social media, kind of. We might not be on TikTok for long because of reasons. But I mean, we're on Facebook, so we might as well stay on TikTok, I guess.
It's like my only responsibility with social media. Don't take this from me.
Okay. Well, I won't take
until I get our account banned with all the stuff I'm sharing.
Or shit, it just becomes MAGA bullshit. But
I'll figure out a way to pitch it to them and also be insulting at the same time.
It's like, get this dumb shit off my feed, please. Anyway, we are also Team Bonus Action.
Team Bonus Action is a group of friends who like to play tabletop and video games online and in person. We will be moving into the spooky season starting tomorrow, as of this recording tomorrow. But by the time this comes out, it'll have already aired. We're going to start a Call of Cthulhu Halloween-themed game. Where,
I have no idea what I'm playing yet.
Where we are going to get to punch some Nazis.
Punch some Nazis?
Yep. We're going to be very American in this game and punch some Nazis. I
make like a... I should make like an old school Patriot that...
If you want to, I will not turn down having nothing but a party of the biggest Steve Rogers ever.
I was going to go John Brown, but yeah.
His body lies moldering in the grave.
Yeah.
Anyway, right now we are partnered with Extra Life, and all proceeds and donations that'll be made through now at the end of the year will go to Batson Children's Hospital in Jackson. Our goal is $1,500, which is the price of an uninsured anesthesiologist, MRI, and hotel stay in Jackson. At the time when we did it, prices have probably changed now, but if you can donate, we would greatly appreciate it. Help pay it forward and help people not have to worry about medical bills. It'd be great.
And with that, I hope you have a good day or night, or whatever time it is over there.
Hey, Chris.
What?
Here come the Men in Black.